22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines. Stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Stevenson. Today is Wednesday, Crevasse Day, July 16th. And again, yes, look over here. I'm here with Mike Finley.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, Wednesday, Crevasse Day. Yeah, get your plant as usual, all that
there
stuff.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I don't remember. I can't remember looking it up, but I think it's actually supposed to be spelled with an I or
Instead of a
something.
Y.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I need to look more into it though, just because it was like, why? This is why you can't depend on.
Right. Why didn't this pop up when we
Yeah.
were searching for it?
That's why you can't depend on Google and
Yeah.
AI and shit. I actually got to the point yesterday where I was working on some just some like kind of basic plot structure ideas of something, and I got to a point where I was like, I don't, you know, I'm kind of stuck, whatever. And that is where I like to use AI as a tool.
Oh, sure.
I'm never gonna use what they tell me to do.
Sure.
I just need to have a conversation, or a fucking attempt at a conversation. You know.
Gotcha.
I wish I could call up if I had like what was the, you know, I don't know if you've ever like heard, you know, all of the American artists who, you know, authors and artists who went to Paris in like the 1920s, right? F. Scott Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
his wife Hemingway, and all that, all those guys. I mean more as well. Anyway, I can't remember the lady who was kind of like all of their editors, you know, maybe not literal editors, but like kind of spiritual editor.
Okay.
Idea editor, where they would all bring her, like she's in Midnight in Paris. You know, she's depicted in that whole thing. But she was a big, I don't remember her name, but yeah, she was just someone who like, hey, I finished this idea, I'll take it to her. And her feedback is usually gonna fucking bring me to my knees, but it's also exactly what I need to hear and what I need to do. If I had that person, I would go to that person. You know, I would be constantly trying to get a back and forth going with them, but I don't have that.
Right.
So if I can just be like, hey, AI, here's all of my ideas and all that. So tell me what's going on.
So would that mean you would need like a frog lady?
Pretty much. Dude.
Okay.
And I think she kind of was like a round lady. You know, she was like a bigger.
Nice. A
Oh,
toadish.
We like
Well,
like I don't know if Kathy Bates played her.
Gotcha. I was thinking of who was the herbologist
I love Kathy
teacher?
Bates. By
No,
the
me
way.
too.
She
I
went to
do too.
SMU, by the way. Do you know that?
She played she's the new Matlock.
Yeah, but she's also on Zamp.
I don't know what that is.
She's on Ozempic, so she doesn't look like which
Which
is good for her health, I hope. But
yeah.
But like she wouldn't be able to play
Right.
that role anymore.
Right.
So, yeah.
Is it herbology? Who's the herbology professor?
Oh yeah,
Mrs.
dude.
Sprout.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you seen interviews with her?
No.
It's well, okay. I don't want to like over exaggerate, but she came out. She released an autobiography or a biography or something. I don't know if she wrote it, but and she basically, it was just full of stories of her being like, I was hanging around in London and a man asked me if I wanted to go to his flat, and I said, well, let's get there, you know, like just full of stories of her being like, and I blowed some guy.
So
like,
I
you know what I mean?
farted.
Yeah,
Well, good for her, you
or I
know.
blew some guy. I don't
Right.
anyway, but yes.
Listen, if you want to get sexy, go get sexy.
no one. This is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
We need spaces
Yeah.
that aren't like for that, where it's like, if this happens, it's not a big deal. There's no children, but
Right.
don't come here for it.
Right.
That's what we
Right.
need. We need
Hey,
that.
we need a quick getaway, quick
quick
spot.
We need those ambiguous places. That's really, because you know what? That's what the world kind of used to be like before a lot of cameras and internet. Is it was like
Ruined everything.
Like I remember plenty of stories of family members being brought home, you know, drunk and by the police instead of like taken to jail.
Oh, sure,
kind of thing.
sure.
And
Do you think that was like a smaller community-based thing, or?
I think that's how it slowly died, was like in the smaller communities, but I do
Okay.
think it was like everywhere at a certain point in our history for sure. I don't know how recent. I don't know if we're talking like I think in the 1920s, yeah, like even a New York cop would be like, whatever, he lives down the street, kind of thing. Let's just get him there. Like,
All right, Tony again. God damn it.
Who? Oh, Luigi again. No, I don't think they were cops yet. Italians in New York. I think that happened like 2 generations or like a generation later.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I used to know history, but it's gone.
I feel like I used to know a lot of other things too.
Oh, dude, math is like probably the biggest one. Where like I feel like I used to really know.
Be like really sharp, really sharp when it
Yes,
came
yeah.
to math. And
Well,
then,
but math so much is a puzzle and
yeah,
like it's a game in so many ways.
yeah.
And yeah, you have to be in the mode, right? You have to like in the mode. You have to be practiced. You have to be up on your equations.
It is
and just
practice
like it's
for
the
sure,
it's the
yeah.
little stuff. So it's not that you couldn't get back into it.
No, for sure.
It is almost though. It does become math is a great example instead of like video games, like I was talking about before, last episode or whatever. Of like, I just do not have the desire to give that much attention to video games anymore.
Yeah.
Math becomes that for everyone who doesn't use it in their profession.
Oh, I think that was in the last episode.
Was it in the lost episode?
I think so.
Well, there you go.
That was good too.
It was a good lost one. Sorry, guys. Sometimes that's how it works.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'd like to say it was a warm up, but no, you get what you get when you get it. So
that's true.
like we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Doesn't matter what we did then. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the ambiguity is what we need. That's all I'm saying. We just need a little more grace.
Yes.
Grace.
Yes.
Don't name your daughter that.
No.
I really appreciate Scout over Grace.
Yeah.
Even though
think
she
I
does
knew-
know another Scout, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what,
what's
though?
so-
If you were in Alabama, I'd
Yeah.
be like, really? But we're in Denver.
It's
So-
funny because like her best friend's name, who's also Scout, like technically her first concert
Yeah.
was Copeland while she was right in the belly,
Sure.
and her best friend Scout, her first concert here in Denver was also Copeland in the belly.
What?
Wild stuff. It was funny.
What's Aaron?
Yeah, Aaron. What is his name?
Marsh?
Marsh. There it is. Yeah. Like
yeah.
just Weiss came right into my brain. I was like, no, that's not it.
I definitely thought Marsh could have belonged to any other band. You know what I mean? I don't
yeah.
know.
No, Aaron
But-
Marsh is right though.
That's so nice.
No,
you
it
know,
was a fun. Like, yep, we are cut from the same cloth. Look at us.
Copeland, man. I haven't listened to. I guess their like probably most recent stuff and all that.
Yeah, because they had one come out 2 years ago.
Yeah, definitely haven't listened to that.
Yeah, and then the one, because there was, You Were My Sunshine. There was one,
Anything past that?
Yeah, there's one after that, and then.
And then so like 2.
There's been 3 since then.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Well, I definitely haven't heard that.
Yeah.
But for a band that kind of came up in like emo? Yeah, I guess like in the emo scene.
Yeah.
That's where you would have to kind of classify
Yeah.
their first stuff as far as like because everything was so broken down into genre and subgenre. They were a part of the emo scene, but like they were a part of
Emo indie.
yeah, almost like in the same way, even though completely different bands, almost in the same way where you're like, because okay, say if you go to an emo night now, right, at a bar or something,
Sure.
My Chemical Romance
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Good Charlotte and I'm sure like other stuff that we would also enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy one or two,
But almost like post emo is what that I would think that's
Like-
style.
yeah,
would be.
we're like goth almost and emo combined.
Yeah.
Because Copeland emo is just like now you'd have to call it like indie emo, but then what you call Bright Eyes like folk indie emo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's also emo.
Yeah.
It was a part of the emo
Yeah.
scene.
When everything was either what genre is it because
Exactly.
it's within whatever these just trying to be cookie cutter.
Well, but also it's both. It's weird how like the indie scene, not like the indie music genre, but the indie music scene was able to proliferate because of the internet. But then it also did become the infinite choice and the exact choice, if I want it, of this genre, that genre. So it was self-imposed. This subgenreification of all this music and all that.
Yeah.
And like that's where it became. Then after that, in a couple of years after we're out of high school, then it became very pretentious to be like math rock and
Right.
your subgenre, because that's what happens.
Right,
That's the cycle of things.
Well, you wanted to isolate it to make it feel more special, so you call it
Sure.
a very
And-
specific thing.
and then it becomes a tag on the internet as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
where then you can associate with specific people,
Mm-hmm.
and then you create your little cliques and your little scenes, and it's high school on the internet.
Your subreddit pages.
It's still happening 100%. But yeah, so it was self-imposed, but then it also became very, very easy to appropriate, I guess, by record labels or music conglomerates or whatever, media conglomerates.
Yeah.
It became very easy to do. And now we're to the point where the illusion of no monoculture is just the watering down of choice,
Yeah.
of genre,
Yeah.
And I don't know, it all has its good and its bad, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to argue, but it's like I joke that maybe we should bring a little bit of bullying back, right? Because I do think I liked walking around in high school, and if I was wearing a T-shirt of a certain band or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, really?" Yeah, I wanted to be able to name a couple songs,
yeah,
and all,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's important. Whereas now, they've never heard a song of the shirt. It's just a
Right.
cool shirt.
It's a style.
And like again, like that does, I guess you can argue that it's healthier. Like there's no question you can argue that it's
Sure.
healthier. But I just then we really got to get into shouldn't we all be challenged? Shouldn't we all? It shouldn't just be. Is mental health simply about easy?
Right.
Or is it
right.
about, no, I found this thing and I'm really into it and it connects with me on this level that I perhaps don't understand, but because it's a piece of art,
It almost makes it more encouraging,
that would be my argument as well. It's definitely just that I don't know if everything's just kind of that bland and that. Dude, what is it about at that point? Is
Right,
it about music?
right,
Is
right,
it about poetry? Or is it about, your presence on the internet?
Right.
Kind of thing. And I don't know. I probably just sound like an old man, and I understand.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, soon enough, okay, I'm definitely going to sound like an old man. Like, there's no question about this. I saw a meme, right? It's like a video meme. I don't know if there's like a word that differentiates that, but it was a meme, but it was a short video. And it was like I'm sure you've seen it too or whatever. We all are on the internet.
Yeah.
But it was, how we reacted to AI initially. And it was like, oh, this is so cool. And look at that. Oh, my God. And I didn't really pay too much attention to the video because I'm already livid.
Yeah.
I'm already just fucking.
I'm already livid.
I'm losing it. Because I'm like, that's not how I reacted. That's not how motherfucker. Like, that's how y'all reacted? That's how everybody reacted?
Right.
You're telling me that's how everyone reacted to this piece of shit tool. Like, I know I'm screaming, all right? But listen, if it really did... No, I had an itch. I apologize.
I know. It's
If it really did trick you that much, like, dude, it's so rudimentary.
yeah.
This is what I was going to say earlier, actually. This brings me back around. I will use AI as a very rudimentary tool.
Yeah.
In the sense of, like, I bet if you use it for, like, organizing things, that makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
But the way that I get use out of it is, like, this is where my idea is, whatever. Here's what's going on. I'm on the fifth part of the story wheel. What do you think? And they won't actually tell you a suggestion because that would take actual creative thought and like commitment to something instead of just a general a summary. This is why I don't understand how people are impressed by it. Anyway, and it gave me basically 3 suggestions, and it's like, yeah, those are the yes. I already fucking knew that. Like that's where I'm at. I just told you that. So anyway, I don't know. It doesn't really work for me too much. It's a way to, I guess, motivate me to realize, like, I already know what I need to do. I just have to figure it out. Like I just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that video meme frustrated me because I didn't even get to the end and what the new reaction was. I bet it would have made me even angrier.
Right.
More angry? Angrier? Which one is it?
I think both fit. Both work. More angry.
You know,
angrier, yeah.
it's 2025. They both work. I don't have to worry about that shit. And you know what? When I do, like if I ever am writing a book, technology will fix that. I appreciate that. Like that's what I appreciate AI as is like, dude, it's a grammar tool.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, and
Grammar, coding.
coding apparently
Yeah.
it's extremely useful. I get that.
Well, I guess that's just like language, right?
100%.
It's just a language tool.
Right. So I totally understand those applications of it, but whenever I'm just afraid that the youth, and not just the youth,
Yeah.
plenty of people are using it as their analysis tool.
Oh, sure.
Like do the analysis for me.
Yeah.
And man, that's the point. You're supposed to flex that muscle,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't flex that muscle until too late, in my opinion. You know, at least in certain ways.
But your analysis should be like based upon like your experiences and your reaction. You know, like what is your take? And your take is your take based upon these things, and you can't get that from an artificial
Right.
tool.
I mean, it can encourage you to think about this. It can. I do think that brainstorming is a thing, but again, there needs to be the connection in your brain. In my opinion, there needs to be the connection in your brain that differentiates information sources to how then your your argument. Let's say
Sure.
if it's a a paper, an essay, whatever, say in school, at least in our experience. I don't know what they fucking do anymore, but
Right.
anyway, and it's the basic 5 fucking paragraph, introduction with my thesis, 3 bodied, which present the 3 points of my argument,
Right.
and then the
conclusion.
The conclusion reintroduces my thesis. Sums the next sentence sums up how I addressed it. Perhaps a little bit of anecdotal from the 3 body, and then to summarize or whatever, and then okay, bye. But
Thanks for reading.
yeah. So if you're I'm just saying, if you're thinking about shit in that way, just to give a reference, sometimes I realize that like, okay, well, to me that's so much an equation. It's a very simple equation, and part of that equation are the sources, right?
Yeah.
And to me, that was the part. Like I already know what I want to say.
Right.
Like you've given me the prompt. I've thought of my thesis. Now I just need to find sources that back that thesis up.
Yes. Yes.
So if that's so to me, that is a differentiation of information sources to an original idea around like a concept or a field or whatever. And you can't even have that original your own argument or whatever to then go and find those information sources about your cited sources or whatever.
Right.
You can't do that unless you already have some sort of like process that you've flexed again, encouraged, and to hear. It's hard to remember exactly what it was when it happened, but yeah, like you just hear like God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hear the president, and instead of it just being a guy and a role or like an idea, you're like, he. God like says good and bad things. Okay, well, what is good and bad? You don't even know how to do that. You don't even know how to like break down that thought process,
right? Because
you've given your analytic thought process over to technology, and so your Pavlovian response to concepts, fucking concepts of like, well, I don't know what the color blue is. I better ask fucking. I mean, seriously though, like they can. Evolution suggests, right, that is possible. And I'm not saying we'll see that, in our lifetime or anything.
I can hope not.
Well, I mean, as long as there's still guns around, I won't see it. I'll see it once, Oh, okay. Bye.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, so yeah, we've not talked about today because guess what? We only got 2 weeks of this shit left.
Yeah.
And it was good to have the structure of the show and all that.
Yeah. How far into today are we?
19 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got 3 minutes left. But yes, let's see. Let's definitely make sure. I don't know. What's some movies, dude? Free Willy. Okay, Free Willy was
for sure.
Huge.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, I do in music. I do want to say 1996 Tonic's debut, Lemon Paradise, splashes on the airwaves with the single. If You can only see the way she loves me.
That was, dude.
Mm.
You know, yeah, it was the mid-late '90s that was. It went from grunge to like moderate rock to this is moderate rock.
Yeah, 100%.
And then right after moderate rock was the butt rock.
Yeah.
That's when Nickelback
This
showed up
is
on the
like
scene.
the stepping stone between the two for sure.
But that's definitely the genreification of everything, like we were talking about before. I'm sure any child who listens, 18-year-old,
Child.
still a child,
Yeah.
only listen. Like if they listen to Nickelback and then they listen to this, they'd be like, same. Like, no, you don't get
There
it.
was a time.
Do not make me pull up Candlebox. I swear to God. You know.
God damn it. But 1993 Free Willy, yes.
Yeah.
I remember having this on VHS and just watching the absolute shit out of it.
Absolutely, dude. Honestly,
Well, especially like growing up in Washington State.
Oh,
like
sure,
in
sure,
Oracle,
sure,
fucking
sure.
Wales, dude. Just like, yes.
see, that was a mystical land. To
Yeah.
me. Like oceans that aren't green. Yeah, you know. But also huge for me. Shares a birthday with me as well. Mr. Brendan Fraser stars in George of the Jungle, 1997.
That's right.
Unfortunately, also huge for me on this day in 1999. Eyes Wide Shut. I did see this way too.
Yeah,
young.
I'm sure. I think I saw it for the first time like maybe 4 years ago.
That's good.
And it's
That's
it's
good.
great, but I can't imagine watching it.
As a 10-year-old?
Yeah, dude.
How old a scout now? You know?
No.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Jesus.
What were my family didn't they just let me, dude?
Yeah.
If,
Well, you know what? I don't think, like, thinking about this, like, you don't really think of anything like, okay, no, this is just a movie.
100%, dude.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, there's nothing.
I really did
like, I'm not
see
saying
it
this.
that way.
Like, I'm not being neglectful. It's just like, no, I don't think there's. It's just a movie. Like, and movies make you feel good, or movies might make
Make
you
you
think
feel
about
weird
things.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
like, yeah.
But it's just a movie.
You know, that's the other. As strict as I would be as a
Yeah.
as a father,
Yeah.
they'd be watching too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Definitely not this.
Yeah.
I'd probably wait till about 12.
Yeah. No.
But I'm telling you, they'd be
Sure,
12. I'd be
sure,
like, we're
yeah.
watching Eyes Wide Shut, guys, and guess what? We're going to have a long conversation about it. And mostly it's going to be about filmmaking,
Yeah.
and then your mom will
Oh,
probably
yeah.
want to make me talk to you about the other stuff, but whatever.
Also on this day in 1999, it's
Yeah.
a great one. Fucking Lake
Oh,
Placid.
dude, I love fucking. This is where I truly fell in love with. I'm blanking. Oliver Platt.
Oliver Platt is
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
This is where I knew that Oliver Platt was a G.
Yes.
And everything else I've seen him in since.
Wasn't Betty White? Betty White was in that too, right? Like she's the one who feeds the gators.
Man, yeah.
I think it's her.
That's right. You're reminding me of something.
Yeah.
It's not a full memory. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
See, that's back when they would make these random ass movies that you'd get actors you knew because they were just making so many
Yeah.
movies that they were all
Was-
making money.
Was
and-
Bill Pullman in that? And then
is that right? Yeah.
and then who's the girl? Fonda.
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 Oh,
Jane
really?
Fonda?
I was
Is it
picturing.
Jane?
I was picturing.
No, it's not Jane Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
Bridget Fonda. That's.
I
the
was
one.
picturing, but I think that's right. Maybe I was picturing Bridget Fonda, just older. She's disappeared. She's retired, and recently they've interviewed her because she's gotten older.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they-
she's married to fucking.
Right. I don't
yeah.
remember. But yes, she's married to Sinbad.
Mm-hmm. The guy who does all the stuff for
Billy
Tim Burton
Joel.
movies.
No, Danny Elfman.
There
That's
it is.
correct.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and he's weird looking, so whatever. No.
Brendan Gleeson too is in that fucking movie. The other sheriff, or he's the
That's what I'm
deputy.
saying,
he's
dude.
the fucking deputy.
Brendan Gleeson's so good.
Yes,
God damn it.
yes.
All right. Well, we are definitely out of time. And so we'll talk about other
Yeah.
stuff and
Happy
all
Crevasse
that
Day, y'all.
later. Bye.